Hi, I'm Sam from BuildingPoint UK, and today we're here with Andy and Jordan from Reynolds and Litchfield.
Hi Sam, I'm Andy, Reynolds and Litchfield Design Manager.
And I'm Jordan, our survey engineer.
Can you tell me a little bit about Reynolds and Litchfield and what you guys do?
Yes, so Sam, at Reynolds and Litchfield we specialise in the design, the fabrication and erection of all types of steel frames. A lot of the work we do is carried out in-house.
Could you tell me a little bit about the projects that you're working on, any problems and challenges that you face as well on those?
So mainly from a design point of view, we would struggle with how the information is actually presented and the accuracy of the information presented.
And then from a site aspect, I think getting the access up to areas where you can't measure, and then the time spent on the actual project, we'd have to hire pickers in, which would take a while.
So what was your previous method of collecting these measurements, and what made you change to a digital workflow?
So originally when we would carry out a site survey we'd use tapes and laser measures, which the problems we used to find mainly were the accuracy, how the information was, as previously mentioned, how the information was provided. We'd have to then relay that into the model, and when doing site drilling etc. it was all done off templates. We wanted to introduce the new technology into the company because we wanted to be at the forefront of what other fabricators were doing, mainly looking at saving costs.
So how did you first hear about BuildingPoint and the technology?
So originally we found BuildingPoint on LinkedIn, where we got a demonstration on the XR10, which we ended up purchasing. We loved the visualization side of things on site. While I was on site, Sam demoed the X7 scanner and the Ri total station, which we also ended up purchasing.
So what concerns did you have before you purchased the X7 and the Ri, and how did we address those concerns?
Our original concerns were the outlay, the initial costs. So following some work with BuildingPoint UK, Ireland and our directors, we weighed everything up. We looked at the savings from subcontracting works, and we decided that the costs were worth the investment.
So could you walk me through now what your new workflow is and what benefits you've seen from that?
So the new workflow for R&L has been an absolute game changer. We've obviously purchasing the Ri total station and the X7 scanner. We set up with the Ri, set points, shoot points. We then set up the scanner off those points, scan the building as required, and then take that point cloud, put it into Tekla, and we overlay the certain parts of the existing model into Tekla. So the biggest benefit for us is as mentioned earlier, the accuracy. We've just recently finished a contract for Ashes, which was a fire damaged existing building. We picked up that the existing frame was actually twisted by 60mm, which I don't think with tape measures and a traditional survey we may have picked up as easy. So that really benefited us as we were coming off the existing frame, and we could allow for that adjustment, which was fantastic. So another part of the Four Ashes contract that we were really pleased with the outcome and the accuracy, well, two points really, was something that we always seem to struggle and I always worry about is the lining of the purlins into the existing gable end or whatever we're running into existing. With the point cloud you can clearly see the existing purlins. We can make sure we allow for different build-ups on the roof. Everything's going to line in perfect, which we're really happy with, but mainly with the splices. So the column splices, the demolition company had cut the columns off high up. They were all twisted to a point, and we had to cut down, low down and splice off the existing column. With the Ri, we took points to the column faces to make sure we could overlay in Tefla the column. We then spliced off, being fairly comfortable that we had the accuracy with the point, and we were able to meet the existing column with the new column.
So Jordan, 8 months ago, before Reynolds and Litchfield purchased this kit, what was your background? What were you doing?
Yeah, so 8 months ago I was an apprentice in the workshop, and then I was given the opportunity to work with the Trimble equipment, more the technology side of it, work with the office, with the design team.
And how did you find that as a change? Was that quite challenging, or?
I think with the support and the training that you provided, it was pretty easy to pick up.
So what would you say, Andy, has been the single standout benefit of taking on these bits of kit?
It'd be difficult probably just to pick one, but I would say obviously within the business the cost saving is one of the biggest ones, but the fact we've been able to take on the works ourselves and get rid of the subcontract, which also adds to the cost savings, I think that'd probably be the biggest one.
So what are the future plans, Andy?
Well, going forward, we obviously purchased the XR10. We've now got the RI and the X7. I think going forward, we're probably going to advance or try and advance the detailing side of things. We were doing small projects like cat ladders, staircases into existing buildings, etc. We've now advanced that to larger portal frames as 4 ashes. We've got quite large portal frame on at the minute where we've replaced all the palings, all the side rails, put dock level doors in, all working from point cloud. So we feel at the forefront of the software and advancing that going forward.
So thanks for your time, Andy and Jordan, today, and we look forward to working with you in the future.
Not a problem. Thank you for coming along, and we'd like to thank you for all your help and all your training.